Hey, this is Politics with Laura, and I got a good one for you today. All right. There has been a lot going on in the past several months in Africa, particularly Niger. Now, Niger is standing up to France saying, hey, France, no, no, no. You're not going to take our natural resources, refine it in France, and then sell it back to us. No. Now, you wouldn't believe that Nigeria was caping for France. Basically telling Niger, hey, Niger, you better go ahead and go give them that stuff. Because if you don't, then we're going to have to come and jump on you. Now, at the time, Ethiopia was the head of the AU, the African Union. And you would think, by Africa being as big as it is, having 54 countries, would tell France no. Even when France, Macron had a hissy fit and started threatening everyone under the sun if Niger didn't keep on giving France their natural resources for free. He didn't take that very well. It was like he got stood up at the prom and he's there with flowers but no girl. Well, it didn't work out well at all. So this was my take on it. They're like that for standing up for themselves and for them to want to bring money home to Niger and to make France pay for the money for the resources, and then you want to jump on Niger for saying, hey, you got to pay me, and you got a problem with that? You lost your mind. And African Union, since when are you for allowing all the resources to leave Africa and to go to these other countries, and then the other countries make these African countries pay these countries for the resources that came from the African land? I mean, African Union, make that make sense. And then you wonder why North Korea is down there in Niger helping them. And I gotta say, they're doing really good on their PR. And then you have the Wagner Group down there assisting Niger, while you have Nigeria ready to attack them and a couple other African countries. You all lost your mind. You have. Oh yeah, you have lost your ever love. You have. You most definitely have. But I'm going to take a little step further. I'm not going to tread too much onto this because I don't want to offend too many people. I'm already offending people now, but I'm going to, look. Africans throughout the diaspora. Look, you have North Korea and Wagner in Niger or in other countries because many of you leave. You leave and you don't go back. You don't go back and you don't build infrastructure. And then you talk smack about your government. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. You go to a more corrupt government than the one that you left. You can't make that sugar honey iced tea up. You just can't. You sit there and you talk about Nigerians. You sit there and you talk about your government, how corrupt it is. But then you go to England, or you go to the United States, or you go to Canada. Nigeria would not be in that position if it weren't for the United States or England. And then you say Nigeria is corrupt? Now, if more Nigerians were to go back to Nigeria and then build the infrastructure, build within to make Nigeria strong, and yeah, you're going to first have some resistance from the people that are there because they don't have the exposure to the world that you have. But that's up to you to make sure that they get it, because that's the reason why you left. Or did you leave for your own selfish reasons? Because I know many of you, and you all do the same raggedy thing that really needs to stop. That's some raggedy stuff that you all do. Yes, I'm pointing at you. Yeah, you. You go back home and you let them see how rich you are. And then when they ask you for money and money and money, but you don't even bother to send any of them to college. No, you don't. You just give them money and they come up with little things. Oh, Aunt Fufu is sick, or Grandma is on her last leg, coming up with every little thing to extract every dollar out of your pocket because you go there and say that you're rich. Stop lying. But you wouldn't also, these other countries would not be in these countries, in Niger or in Nigeria or in Ethiopia or in these other countries, would not be there if you all or most of you would go back home to build, or if not, give them money for a university degree to make the country better. That's just a thought. That's a thought. So when Niger stands up and say, hey, Niger, the resources are for Nigerians. But on that note, what do you think?